All right, we're back on. Man, there's something wrong with my Windows 11. I don't know if it had an automatic update, but Windows 11 in my 3070 NVIDIA graphics card is not compatible. And there seemed to be, I got a crash, which I haven't had to worry about a crash in a little while, but it just crashed right now. And I really dislike that. Thinking I'm going to have to revert back to Windows 10 and see what happens, because this is getting silly. I hate having these hiccups on the stream, but it is what it is. We're back on. Hopefully everybody got the notification and everybody could come back through, see what happens. Man, oh man, Suave, appreciate you coming back through. Unscripted, appreciate you being here. Yeah, the stream went crazy because my Windows just crashed. I was just explaining that I'm having some issues since the update to Windows 11. And I have a NVIDIA graphics card. I have one of these real powerful graphics cards, and there's some that's messing up with the communication between my graphics card and Windows 11 since the update. But I want to give it another try, and if I do crash again, then I'll just have to revert back to Windows 10 and make sure that, yeah, they definitely got to fix that, Slim. That joint is, I'm ready to punch Windows in the face. Who's Windows? Who's like CEO of Windows? I'm ready to knock somebody's head off. That joint is annoying. What up, Pittsburgh? How does one revert? Yeah, I'm gonna check. It should be a quick revert back to Windows 10. Maybe just Google it. It shouldn't be a big deal. Yes, we back. Yeah, the stream cut off. Don didn't get the first noti. All right, well, that's what's up, Red Man. So we got the second noti. We'll give it another. If you do see me freeze or the stream bugs out, at least you guys know what's going on, and I'll make sure I fix it before we stream again. 2K, yeah, facts. 2K just patched my Windows, bro. That's what the hell happened. You blame everything on 2K. When I run out of toothpaste, I'd say like, and I haven't like got another tube of toothpaste before the start of the day, I blame 2K, bro. Whenever anything that goes on, I blame 2K. Everything is 2K. Get a MacBook? Hell nah. Nah, I'm a Windows type of, I've been using PC for the longest time. This makes me wonder about 2K24 because I might not buy it for real, for real. 2K has always had animations tied into stamina. They've always had animations where you're limited on the animations that you receive. And there's been a ton of tests in regards to animations tying into your stamina. And most people test it out with the dribble moves. Like, remember, momentum dribbling was a thing. Momentum dribble was how you started most of your dribble combinations. So folks were figuring out that when your stamina depletes, you can't do a particular momentum dribble to start off your animation. So we knew all that, but attributes tying in is a little, and then the drastic, the drastic change with advice between, what up, Everyday Jay? The drastic change between those attributes dropping from where you were to where you're at after you deplete your stamina is insane. And all my bills got over a 90 plus stamina as well with Gym Rat, and it doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't seem to matter. I mean, you got it. You got it. What is the best build to you? I don't think it's a matter of best build right now. There's builds that need to play their role. So the best, it's hard to say the best build. It's really hard. It's really hard to say what's the best build. There's 7-foot centers that are amazing. I got an amazing 6'8" center that I really enjoy playing on. And then there's like smaller point guards that go. I think it should be like the best user. The person on the sticks makes the build. So what's up? What did they do to stamina? Well, what we found out about stamina is that stamina is dropping attributes tremendously. Not only animations. So that crash on my system really messed me up. I was rolling. I felt good. I spent a lot of money this year. I'm tired of wasting money. As am I, man. I've really limited how much money I spend now. MacBook is fantastic for music production. Well, like I spent, I got a real powerhouse of a computer. So um, when I matched up the stats, like say for my computer versus a Mac, I made sure my computer was built with better stats. So it's really how you build your PC. You know what I mean? 2K really turned this game upside down from having the most potential to being a joke at this point. It did have hella potential, and you guys know I was an extreme advocate for 2K23. I thought it had like max potential, and we were there. But I don't get me wrong, I love the gameplay after the season 4 update. I dislike the complications and shooting that are happening right now, but I love the gameplay. Got you. I play all position, but small forward and power forward is my best position. Yeah. Word. I shouldn't bought it. I wasn't listening to my boys talking about grab it. I have more fun playing Call of Duty, more rewarding. Yeah, more satisfying experience. Salute to everybody in the stream. 70 in the chat. Appreciate y'all making y'all way back. You can't even make a mid-range jump shot in the game. It's threes or rim run. They 2K, I don't know if you guys remember, but 2K used to have a hell of a mid-range game. I don't know if you guys remember a time where a lot of 2K players would take the mid-range shot and it was considered a kill. They would misdirect the defender, take a leaning shot from the corner, but at the mid-range, not the three-point line. So it was a hell of a thing. Shot creators were a thing, and they were dominating the mid-range game. But it like 2K, there's this animation where 2K takes over your player. Before, in the older 2Ks, you used to be able to run in any direction you wanted. And I talked about this in a live stream not too long ago, where if you take your player and go into the Gatorade facility and you attempt to like run from left to right, you're going to see 2K nudging your player to face the rim. On multiple occasions, running from one side of the court to the next side of the court, you're going to watch 2K. And hear me when I say this, you're going to see 2K dead take over your player and face you toward the rim. And I think that animation itself is what's eliminating the mid-range game, because like a takeoff or, either taking off from the foul line, it's like the court has just gotten tremendously smaller, and then 2K is motioning you toward the rack. So it limits control and freedom you have to dribble where you want to get to in any direction, because folks used to be running backward, like running away from the rim, and they'll be able to take those leaners there at the mid-range, or running in any direction they want with freedom. Now 2K forces you to face the rack, and it's just a little different. People still playing 2K. It's showtime. Yes, there's a lot of people still playing 2K. I'm gonna make my kids go for computer programming and coding so they can make a better basketball game. That's facts, Vice. We need the youngins out there. They definitely boosted that anchor badge. It makes you miss everything. Oh man, Beantown was out there yesterday with a 7-footer again. I mean, everything is missing in the paint. Everything. Yeah, inside the arc is so much smaller. Yeah, it's like they condensed it. So now you're forced to take the two, the drive or the three. Pull back for some reason. Facts calls Q's Town God. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. I could only speak from my gameplay, my personal gameplay experience, and I'm out there, y'all. I'm out there testing stuff, looking at stuff, finding out what's weird, and then I pay attention to the community as well. So, we're able to kind of kick it with y'all and talk about these weird changes so that y'all don't feel like y'all going crazy. It's like, why can't I move toward the right? I'm trying to walk to the right, 2K. Why do you got me moving like I got cement in my shoes? I play on broadcast, so that don't happen to me. Yeah, I can't imagine playing on broadcast. It's some weird. I know some folks play on broadcast, but I couldn't imagine playing on broadcast. I'm making my own company and creating my own basketball game, 3K games. Rude Boy Fresh, what up, man? What up, my G? I'd rather miss against a 7 foot than make a shot over him. You are saying I'm seeing it too. Yeah, yeah. I know a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, somebody's gonna see it because we see it in the game. So what up, Dark? Yeah, one minor weird thing is the random out of bounds issue where the ball or player didn't even go out of bounds. We're experiencing this on a. How many of you guys have experienced out of bounds calls where you're dead, not even out of bounds? Whether it's a player pushing you out of bounds on a drive, which we have no control over. If we want to go to the right and you see us get past the defender, how does that defender push you out of bounds? That's one. But just the random out of bounds calls where you're close to the line, so you go to motion back toward the middle of the court, and as you motion toward the middle of the court, your big ass heel ends up touching the out of bounds line. And you're like, no way. I was just trying to get away from out of bounds to take the ball back to the middle of the court. How in the world is 2K gonna call me out of bounds? Showtime said he stopped playing after season 1 and seeing it got worse. It's actually better than ever right now, but there's still a lot of things that need to be addressed. Everyone says that, but I feel like I'm watching the game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could understand how you feel like you're watching the game. They need to buff defense. Tired of cutting off drives and surprise contesting. I think defense has been buffed, in my opinion. I think defense is probably more balanced than it's been since the release. That's just what I've noticed. This is why I'm playing. Because remember, I deleted 2K, so I wasn't playing 2K. So I feel like it's more balanced than it's been in a long time. But that's not to say that there's still a ton of adjustments that need to take place, man. When you in motion to dunk, but you lose the ball midair because somehow your opponent stripped it. I will give credit to 2K. 2K said that was going to be the case. Although I haven't seen strips in previous versions of 2K, you used to get stripped. And that was a thing. The guard will stay in the paint and dead strip you from your finishing animation. In this year's 2K, you don't see it nearly as often. I'm talking about if we would put it in percentages, then in previous versions of 2K, say they'll strip the ball 90% of the time on your drive. It's probably about maybe like 2% that we see it happen on 2K23 in comparison to previous versions. So they made some huge adjustments there. Hands up defense, feeling great for my 7 foot center. Yeah, they're doing it. Thank you, man. Yeah, because I think they did a good job with whatever adjustment. We were talking about this yesterday, interior defense, because the homie Bobby Brownie on his Twitter page posted finishing clips. And he showcased how he was right by the rim trying to lay the rock up, but missing. And I made the argument that, homie, there was a defender right there. That's not you. Although the finishing animation brought you all the way to the rim and it looked like an open miss, but you should never even got there in the first place because there was a defender right in the vicinity. So my argument was 2K boosted up the sliders for contests in the paint, making you guys miss, but they didn't fix the animation. So it looks like you're wide open. The animation doesn't look like a clear contest, although it should have been a clear contest because you're driving right on the opponent that's right in the middle of the paint. And because 2K has bailed out finishers all year, now they increased the sliders for contests, but the animation still look the same as they've always been all year. And finishers are just going to continue to miss in the paint. And it's going to look like ghost contests. And it just, at least everybody scratching their head. What up, Thornton? What's the easiest way to get your dunk meter? Still haven't did it once. Practice, TZJ. Yeah, I see people able to do it consistently. I'm not good. I don't like the idea of flicking up and down, flicking up and then holding down to get my dunk meter to activate. it doesn't seem like a fluid motion on a drive where I'm using my right stick to create the drive. I can't, it doesn't register to me. Hopefully 2K fixes this because it just can't register to me as a smooth play option to queue up on my controller. I'm flicking my stick to get I'm saucing the dude up. I misdirect him, take my drive to flick up and then hold down. Nah. And then half the time, especially when you're learning, you won't even see the bar come up. So you'll get put into a layup animation and you're like, no, I didn't want that. So it's just too difficult for me as well. There was Ball Stripper badge last 2K. Facts, I forgot about Ball Stripper, yep. Remember the Sega Genesis game called Jam It? Nah, I don't remember that game, but I remember Genesis. City, did you catch the Reddit clip I tagged you on? No, I didn't catch it. I'll have to check it out, Wood. We should start moving our sliders. What do you mean? I don't use it and you miss more dunks. I definitely like playing defense now, though. There you go. Yeah, a lot of folks are enjoying the defensive changes after the season 4 update. Let me lower this light here because it's kind of, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of bright. Folks need to learn how to stop complaining about 2K. Updates never make the game better. Season 1 was promising, but has gone downhill. I think the community needs to continue to sound off, in my opinion. I think 2K needs to be held accountable. They got some real sly business tactics that maybe casual gamers are not understanding or acknowledging what's happening. 2K used to be a game where you didn't have to buy boosts and you could still play and compete and enjoy yourself out there. Now you need to buy boosts or else you're going to miss your shots or you're going to miss your finishes or you're just not going to get nearly as optimal animations, or at least the animations are not going to match your attributes. You got a 93 driving dunk. A 93 driving dunk should be a 93 driving dunk whether you got boost on or not. So 2K needs to be held accountable. I honestly feel like this is getting to a point where we need to get PlayStation and Xbox involved in the tactics and approach that 2K is taking. You're not getting enough VC to, like, if you wanted to play online and you build your player offline, you're not getting enough VC. There's a lack of incentive there. So it's too time consuming. And this has been the complaint for other gamers in different genres of gaming for the longest time. And they get fixed. They get rectified because the community sounds off. So I would hope that the 2K community never stops sounding off and always speak their mind, because we are forcing change on 2K. I don't know if we're ever going to get to a point where we could force change from the financial aspect, but we can't stop sounding off. Like, our voices need to be sent to Microsoft for Xbox and PlayStation as well, so they could kind of put the hammer down. Woke up to another update. I'm not sure if there was another update. What up, Shy? Season 1, to me personally, even season 1 is better than 22, though. I feel the same. I kind of feel the same. I've also stopped purchasing. I was thinking about that Phantom. I know the homie Brutal Sim is playing without boost and was doing it for a few months. I really don't want to be selling out there, but for the sake of the community and the sake of content, I am considering the idea of running without boost. I may try it for like a day to showcase the drastic differences. 99 attributes are definitely overrated. We're bringing it to the consoles. AC, I had the craziest glitch on my center. His gym rat badge vanished, and 2K can't or won't replace it. They gave me 15K and were like, are you looking into it? What? Imagine that. Imagine your gym rat badge vanishing. Oh, that'd be insane. This morning was an update? Okay. Was it actual patch update, or was it a hotfix update? Like, where you see the ball spinning? Because I haven't noticed anything unless it went Back out to the main screen for update. Oh yeah, one of those updates. Yeah, that's like a hotfix update. That could be anything. That be anything. But we'll see in the gameplay. We definitely. I would like to see crossplay happen, but then again, another side of me definitely don't want to see crossplay happening until they fix online gameplay just for each respective console. We don't need a flood or influx of players on a particular server, and 2K can't even handle the player base on their respective servers now. I play with no boost. I'm not buying VC anymore. So I'm curious for those players who play with no boost, what their win percentage looks like, what their shooting percentage looks like. It felt real good yesterday. Yesterday was good. Hey, yes, sir. You already know, Steezy. Yeah. Does strength help with rebounding? I don't usually use it, but I'm making a power forward center. Well, in previous versions of 2K, I've made successful centers that were really good at rebounding with limited strength. In this version of 2K, considering what my 6A is doing after the season 4 update, there's something in me that wants to lean towards the idea that my 94 strength is really helping in the paint, from boxing out with the box out beast maxed out and not getting worm nearly as much, to also draining the energy on any impact with the brick wall badge. That's mainly why I went with 94 strength for brick wall. So I can't 100% say what it is or lock in what it is, but so far I think I'm liking that I put 94 strength on my smaller build. I'm about to stop buying for real. I feel like Vert is it for rebounds. Yeah, Vert is the main thing. That's facts. Vert is the main thing behind rebounds. I noticed the difference as well. I feel the same way. This is why I always have 99 stamina on all my builds. Yeah, you definitely go with high stamina. I think everybody puts high stamina on their builds unless you just don't know anything about 2K. But make sure 2K20 don't have the boost system. Imagine that. 2K ain't never getting rid of that boost system. That ain't never happening. With a 75 3 ball, I'm hitting at 46% without boost. Rec win percentage is 58. This season, it was 63. All right, that's pretty good. Those are pretty decent. Folks usually shoot for higher percentages, but the shooting percentages go 75 3 ball. I don't think boost helps, Brandon Miles said. Yeah, you go and play a competitive team that all boosted up, and you take your team with no boost and tell me the outcome. Tell me the outcome. Nah. If you don't think boost helps, boost helps. Can somebody else sound off and explain what boost helps with? Boost helps in all aspects. And the second that you take an entire team out there with no boost and go up against a team with boost, you see how much boost helps. You may be able to get away with it slowly, like on low key, I should say. But yeah, you're not gonna be out there with no boost and expect to go against high level competition. I think boost helps, but I don't think you need it to perform. I think boost helps in all aspects, and I also think there's animations tied in to your boost as well. Just like you get better dribble animations with boosts. Yeah, I think boost helps a lot. Yeah, dudes start throwing bullets suddenly. Yeah, boost helps with everything. Yeah, I feel the same way. Doesn't matter if you're doing well without boost. With boost, you will do better. Yeah, and that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. That's how I feel the same way. I can get by without boost, but they do indeed help. What up, Luck? Hopefully we can rep Lunatic Squad and this tourney. Yeah, facts. I gotta get I gotta create a flyer. We're hosting a tournament. It's gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, this Friday. I might have to get that flyer out. What's today? So I got 2 days. Yeah, I gotta create a flyer for this 5v5 tournament. I'm pretty sure we're doing the 5v5. But yeah, if you're interested in that tournament, you're in the stream right now, you want to play in the tournament, type exclamation point Discord to join our Discord. You can reach out to All City Slim or All City Big Red. We've already hosted two tournaments over the last month, extremely successful. So you guys, if you guys want to join, bring your five, bring your squad. We're ready. We want all that smoke out there. Just attribute boosts or Gatorade boosts? Both boosts, Gatorade and attribute. So I have a build with a 7'4" wingspan, 82 vert, and 7'6" wingspan with the 80 vert. Same rebounding. I feel like I snag more with the 80 vert. Yeah, I feel the same way. I have an 80 vert on my 6'8", and I feel like it's good. Yeah, Slim just mentioned in the chat. Hit him up in Discord to get registered. Yep. Chris Paul needs to be a 98 overall, to be honest. 100% with boost, you get better animations. That's just facts, man. That's just facts. Why is my screen so bright? Like, what the hell is, I'm getting like such, I hate when my lighting changes. Let me make sure this joint is lowered. Yeah, maybe I need to lower everything. Man, it's so bright. All right, much better. One day is bright, next day is not so bright. I got like lights, the Elgato lights, perfectly positioned. But anyway, thanks for asking my question, All City. I'm going to put some strength. Then I was thinking about going 80, 85 vert. Yeah, you can't go wrong with either. I had to make a new jumper. Same here. I created a new jump shot yesterday. The first time after I created it, I was running point, right? So I had just had a terrible game, like 1 for 7, shooting 1 for 7 for 3. I had a ton of assists, but I had to force, because I'm trying to figure it out with the dribbling and shooting. So I'm sourcing and taking open shots. Missing these open shots. So the shot selection is there, and then I'm missing these open shots. So I changed my jump shot because I thought maybe that release was better for spot up shooting, the release that I told you guys about. So I switched it up, and I forgot who I think I went back to Oscar, and then I put on, I might have went back with Kobe Bryant or something. But it was just a smooth shot. It was locked in. I had the very next game, I was sourcing and shooting the threes, limitless threes. I got limitless on gold. So, man, I was like, that's it. We back, bro. Now I'm ready to cook up. Because if I could drive really well with my build and still be able to shoot limitless, it's time to cook. And then, I'm getting my dribble animations on par. So the very next game I come out, I shoot 4 for 4 from 3 with a ton of assists. Had a great game, 30 plus points with like 16 assists, something like that. So I'm like, we're back. That's it. So the next game I get on, so this is the third game that I'm playing. The next game I get on running point, I can't hit a shot again. Said, is that not the experience with Oscar Robertson? Like, what is going on? 2K, how do you put us on Afghanistan or Afghani servers, and then 1 second you're on Afghani servers, put you in the middle of the desert in Iraq, and then the very next second you're in New York City with some great servers. I'm like, I don't know what the hell 2K is doing, but it's just so weird. Do you guys mean Gatorade boost or skill boost? Both. Yeah, both. Definitely, for sure. Your Gatorade boost is going to help give you those additional bars. So that extends your bar. And if you put on like the slow recovery or the slow drain Gatorade boost, then that gives you more opportunity to put another couple dribbles in, and more opportunity to get more optimal animations on your shot or even on your drive. So 86 dunk, 83 3-point, 80 plus defense ratings. I shoot on very early. I'm a point guard, and my base on the quickest release. Yeah, so I always be extra cautious with you take it with a grain of salt when folks tell you what they're using. So in regards to shot timing, you always take it with a grain of salt, because you have your own custom muscle memory timing for pressing your button. Didn't you learn your lesson already? Can't be smiling. As a matter of fact, I said that. Vice said, didn't you learn your lesson? Because I've always preached this thing here, especially on gaming live streams. Don't smile. You got to be straight face, gang, when you playing 2K, because it's like on the controller. If you guys didn't know, I don't know if you guys know this, but on the controller, right behind this plate, there's a camera that detects smiling. And if you guys didn't know, 2K doesn't like anybody when they play their game. They don't want you to smile. So of course, I was happy with that one good game I had, and I messed up and I smiled because I just killed a dude and I shot a limitless range. So of course, I got hyped and I ended up smiling by accident, and the smile detection in the remote control picked it up and sent it to 2K, and that's it. The very next game I shot again like 0 for 5. So I try and warn. I'm probably gonna have to make a video on it. I try to warn you guys about it, and I've been trying to warn you guys for years. When you play 2K, straight face gang, no smiling allowed. 2K does not like fun, which is why you see in the gameplay, 2K takes out all the factors that are fun. Do you get what I mean to say? So yeah, it's facts though. I run inside out scorer and have not ran into any problems. Tatum base. That's what I used. I used Tatum's release. It was Tatum's release with Oscar Robinson. It was a nice, smooth release. That's what I changed it to yesterday. Yes, facts. The smile detector. Keek, watch. You watch. Next time you're playing 2K, see if you crack a smile and see what happens to your 3-point percentage. Yeah, you watch. Don't even take my word for it. Go ahead and dare to smile while you play 2K and see what happens to your 3-point percentage. Oh man. Do you quit out of bad game, or do you nah, we play it through. We play our games through for the most part. Like, we don't quit out of a bad game. If we lose a player, then our whole chemistry is off. We might close the app. But nah, we never quit out of some of the best games, and it's happened many times over this year. The best games is when you come back. We've been down, maybe last week, we were down by like 20 and kept it together and came back and won the game. Those are the best games to win. Them boys, because man, these young boys on 2K, they get arrogant quick. So of course they start flopping. And I'm like, man, you flopped on the wrong people, because that just turns us up. And yeah, sure enough, when they start flopping, thinking they got the game, then of course by the third quarter, if they're winning, they are taking dumb shots, making dumb decisions because they get hyped, and everybody puts on a superhero cape and wants to be the next star, and then they end up getting dropped off by the end of the game. And you see in their mannerisms, like their movement for their character, you see they just end up looking lost, like what just happened here. Uh, AI, AI, AI Matrix said he's mooning the controller right now. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because your butt cheeks may get splattered all over the internet, or maybe like on 2K's most wanted list. Pause. But yeah, I don't recommend mooning your controllers. Just make note that it's a smile detector. Or maybe they just think you got a crazy looking face. I don't know. Can you believe got a replica build? Yeah, that's crazy. I use jump shot they give you. I hit with it. Some folks spent so much money on 2K this year, they got to report it in their taxes. Big facts. Big facts. Shooting seems RNG now. Seems like they're trying to get everyone closer to 50%. Shooting does seem RNG right now. I gotta say, while I'm playing spot up, excuse me, while I'm playing spot up, I feel like I'm shooting fine for the most part. Although I do miss some open shots like everybody else after the season 4 update, but for the most part, I feel like I could knock down. Yesterday I had some complications, but up until yesterday, prior to running point guard, I felt like I had some complications spotting up. But before that, after the season 4 update, up until yesterday, spotting up seemed fine to me. It was running point guard. That man, those timing fluctuations are affecting me heavy. That's a vertical smile. I don't ever make replica builds. Nah. If you guys don't know, and maybe I could enlighten you guys, uh, coming out with a replica build, and maybe this is just my personal take, and I would say this from some of the more competitive type of players. Coming out with a replica build makes you guys, I'll just speak straight. And, I try to keep it a buck with you guys. If you're coming out there with a replica build, you look like a goofy. So when we see a replica build, am I wrong about that for the competitive players? Please let me know in the chat if I'm wrong about that. But it seems that the consensus for most competitive players looking at replica builds, we take it like a joke. Like, yo, he got a replica build. Like, what the? You ain't finna do nothing out there. Y'all sound off. Let me know what you think about that. Do you practice in Gatorade or practice in both? I practice in both. Yeah. Yeah, I try to keep it a buck. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings that spend money on a replica build. Like, oh my God, now I didn't even know I was looking like a goofy. But I want to keep it a buck with y'all. If you go out there with a replica build and then you're going trying to squad up with randoms, they're gonna be like, oh hell no, I ain't accepting that friend request. Replica is barbecue chicken, yeah. See, just I'm glad you guys were able to vouch for what I was saying because I really wasn't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. That's on a replica build. I bought a TV specifically to have low latency. It was the lowest I could find. That honestly helped my shooting a lot. Yeah, facts. If you guys don't understand, you don't got that 1 millisecond response time or even shorter response time, then you're doing yourself a disservice in regards to shooting. And these are some of the things that me as a content creator got to take in when folks are like their percentage was this or their shooting percentage is that or they can't hit a shot. Not everybody is using the right gaming monitor or a gaming TV for that matter. Not everybody has. You got some folks out there complaining about their shot, but they're still using Wi-Fi and they're not connected via Ethernet. If you take those first steps first, and it's like you can't play Call of Duty on Wi-Fi. Not to compete. You could go have a casual game, but not to compete. You can't play Call of Duty on Wi-Fi. You can't play Call of Duty on a TV for that matter. I know some folks play on TV, but when you're talking about reaching the upper echelons, it's like, all right, you got to make those adjustments to compete at a higher level. And then if you're missing, then you can make talk about what 2K is and isn't. I tweak replica bills, Nicholas said. That's what's up. So I shouldn't use my Saturday bill. Yeah, use fiber, yeah. Swagger said, I see them and tell my team I got a baby on me. Fiber is way better than internet. Should we take the shot meter off? Listen, that's another. Let me help you guys again. Let me help you guys one more time. And again, this is no insult. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm just going to give you the overall consensus of what competitors in 2K think of players who have a replica build or use their shot meter. When you're getting into like the upper echelons of gameplay or moving along the competitive ladder, one of those steps toward becoming a competitor is taking off your shot meter. You're going to shoot better with your shot meter. The shot meter is known to be deceptive. It's actually doing you a disservice. Even if you shoot at a high percentage with your shot meter, you should still consider taking it off because at some point you run the risk that shot meter is going to prove to be deceptive. So, if you go into a team, if you match up against a team of competitors and they see that you got your shot meter off, you're basically telling them where you're at in the 2K competitive spectrum. Like you may be just starting to get better. You know what I mean? So we're able to kind of pinpoint where you're at in your gameplay. We're able to kind of gain an idea of the team we're facing when we see shot meters. You know what I mean? It's just this. I'm speaking what most players think when they see this stuff. So Although you may shoot good with your shot meter, I was just trying to explain how folks are looking at that. Uh, yeah, I was a no shot meter beast. Tried taking it off this year. Ain't no way, bruh. Yeah, you can shoot without your shot meter. Everyone has, and everyone does. I got a friend who will not lose the shot meter. I watch him brick shots with a full white bar, and he will not change it. Well, just clip this and then send it to him. Clip what I just said and then send it to him. Maybe if he knows that the community is looking at him like a goofy, or maybe not even so much a goofy, because folks could shoot good with their shot meter. But like I said, it kind of on the spectrum from casual to competitor, it kind of says where you're at in your gameplay if you haven't learned by now to take your shot meter off. Shot meter off, give you a 10% more chance to hit. 2K even tells us, yes, no shot meter boosts shots, and it shows, yeah. Since 18 shot me, and I was there. That's why I could speak honestly, because I was there, you know. Not that it's been a long time without a shot meter, but I remember those stages. So every time I hear, yeah, I be shooting full bars, I'm like, man, that's just the beginning of your problem, bro. You should never be able to even say that statement, because most competitors aren't using their shot meter. As you advance in 2K, you're going to take your shot meter off. Trust and believe it, because everybody on your team is going to tell you take that joint off, bro. Look goofy on your own time, not on our time. That's what we're thinking. Like, yo, take that joint off. You're not finna have us look lame out here. As your own teammates are going to say that to you. So, especially if you brick with your shot meter, oh, no bueno. No bueno. You can't miss with your shot meter and then say, oh, that was a full bar. You sound so goofy. I hope you guys know this. Maybe I'm putting you guys up on game. But I hope you guys know you can't holler that out. Oh, that was a full bar too, and a brick. And then brick 2 times in a row. Oh my God. Scary. Scary. Just type exclamation point Discord. Yeah, the link is right there. Yeah, appreciate you, Vice. Yep. Honestly, I feel like when I am defending a dude with a shot meter, it helps me. Gives me a very clear idea of his timing and shot speed. That's a great assessment. That's a great assessment. That does you are indeed helping the defense as well. Yeah. I just got next gen and the defense is so bad. The defense is not bad on next gen, yeah. Interior defense is better than it's ever been. I mean, it is a night and day difference after the season 4 update. And I could attest to that because that was my biggest complaint about 2K23. It was one of the main reasons why I quit the game, deleted the game. It was because what they did with interior defense. After the season 4 update, interior defense has gotten so much more improved. Maybe not the animations, although I feel like I'm receiving way better animations or contest animations. They did increase the sliders for interior contests, which makes a lot of people miss if you have the right badge loadout on. Perimeter defense is not bad as well. Interceptor for perimeter defenders seems to be struggling right now. Interceptor on my 6'8 build is what's holding my build up because I could get in those passing lanes. But for those folks that made perimeter defenders at 6'6 especially, it seems like the intercept animations are goofy. But as far as containment is concerned in a 5v5 setting, it's great. Defense is great, in my opinion. Next gen D is not bad. It's just bigs in the paint. That's trash. Yeah, a lot of times it is, but right now, man, you get in those contests. Seen too many full white bricks with the meter on. Yeah. You quoting my friend, he said, I've been shooting lights out all year with the bar shooting 82%. The wreck before the change. Yeah, that's that. Like I said, folks can shoot well. I just get telling you, why are you talking about me and Tron? What our Mrs. Slim said. Yeah, because this facts. All you see, All City Slim in the chat. Between Slim and Tron, what you would say, Slim? 95% shooting, 90% shooting between Slim and Tron all year. And now Slim and Tron done swapped out. And now Slim is consistently shooting 1 for 15, and Tron is out there shooting 2 for 25. So, oh man. But nah, prior to that, I'm joking. It's not really that bad. But yeah, shooting has taken a hit. It's some weird going on with shooting that everybody is affected by. And we see some of the best shooters, lights out shooters that were the most consistent are shooting very different. Anyone who comes from current gen and hops on next gen and say defense is bad makes me laugh. Why? You feel like defense is bad on current gen? 70% or higher before the patch. There you go. Yeah. See? Yeah, the boys were shooting lights out. I like the paint defense, but it's like you said yesterday, the contest percentage is crazy. I am selective at the shots I take, but to miss a wide open layer just because there's a defender with a high interior defense standing next to me, no hands up or jumping. I'm kind of biased in this thing because I think 2K23, in my opinion, has somewhat traumatized my experience playing 2K in regards to interior defense because it was the worst. And we know this already. I'm preaching to the choir. It was the absolute worst. I never seen a game completely disregard a player's attributes and badges like they did to interior defenders prior to the Season 4 update. So I'm kind of biased when I hear folks talking about, and I'm not knocking you for leaving your comment, but talking about missing in the paint, because it leaves me like, well, is it your IQ or is it the defender? So I'm not sure about that because I've seen real poor, the poorest finishing IQ I've seen in NBA 2K23. And I'm not saying the person who left the comment has a low IQ, but the lowest IQ in regards to finishing I've noticed in NBA 2K23, they were just getting rewarded prior to the Season 4 update. Now that contest sliders have been raised, they're performing the same exact low IQ finishing, the same exact low IQ finishing. Defender is right there. They're saying, I don't care if he's there, I'm going up. But now they're missing. So of course it's gonna change the game because it seems like finishers are in hella denial. In my opinion, from what I'm seeing in gameplay every day in the rec, it seems like finishers are just in denial. And they're gonna it's like we're going down with the ship. We're still gonna go up and keep missing. Because they are missing a lot. A lot. And they're still going up. I feel boost for no meter, but to be honest, as someone who isn't the best shooter in my party, being patient and taking the same open shot presented to you is enough for me. That's a good way to look at it. Shot selection is key, man. Take open shots. Make sure you have a point guard who sets you up properly so you're not forced into a contested shot, and you'll boost your shot percentage. Showtime, Sonny, what's going on, family? I know I didn't hear 2 to 5. 2K dev need to fix the important issues. Skip what the cry want, especially if we spending $79.99 to $150. Yeah, folks spending way more money than that. But yeah, they definitely need to fix important issues. For instance, with this interior contest slider update, that they increased the contest rate for interior contests, they should have definitely, this should have been a priority to make sure that the animations match the contest. They should have definitely made sure. So you can't just increase a slider and then the animation looks like he just put his hand up, but the dude is damn near hovering 5 feet above him about to dunk or lay the rock up, and they make him miss. So of course the finisher is gonna be like, damn, the game is trash because I'm 5 feet above him. I'm exaggerating, But I'm just saying I'm well above the defender who just put his hands up. He's nowhere. It doesn't look like a contest, but they still give him a contest. And this is what I keep complaining about with 2K's animations. The animations are obviously off, which a lot of people are complaining about the physics tied into animations. The physics looks completely off on 2K. It has since the beginning of the year, just looked off. You reach out across court and tip the passing lane steal or a pass. You just tip a pass. And the ball trajectory goes, the trajectory should go to the right, but it's actually going top left. Things are so goofy. Sorry if I missed some of your comments. I'll try to get to them. The good thing, my build is that I can adapt to the situation. I just play smart. I know the defense is better, so I make smarter choices. Problem also is people want to be the best on the court. Missing the open pass and going up on 3 players in the paint has nothing to do with interior defensive buff. That's what I was speaking on just a minute ago, Jay, Thursday. Is that the IQ for finishing is the lowest I've ever seen on 2K23 from players. So hopefully with the interior contest update and the slider increase, hopefully maybe in like a month from now, you'll start seeing players adjust to these changes for interior defense. But as of right now, it is everything I'm saying proves true. All you got to do is go into the rec center. All you got to do is go in there and see these goofballs going up on a center that's already there, who's dead in the paint. Somebody will come, say a player will drive down the middle to the center. Normally, hopefully I could put you guys up on game right here as well, y'all. Peace to you too, Billy. Hopefully I could put you guys up on game. It is not, and I repeat, not a good idea when somebody is driving into the paint and there's already somebody in there. It is not a good idea for any other player to go and fill the right side and then the left side right behind that defender. I am so grateful that 2K made these changes to eliminate these low IQ players who think that this is just a slither of space behind the center, that they're going to go right behind them when that person's driving and crowding the entire paint. Because that's what we had seen all year for 2K23. After the season 4 update, that low IQ is eliminated. You don't crowd the paint when somebody's driving. When somebody's driving, you free up the paint. That's the normal way you play. And too many point guards were rushing in and dead dishing the ball off to somebody who's 2 inches away from them. And the offense was getting rewarded for that. It was so mind-numbing. It was the most annoying thing ever. So 2K increasing the contest sliders, although the animations, my argument is the animations don't match the contest. I am okay with it. At least it'll change the way at least it will help increase these finishers' IQ. To say, whoa, I can't do that. No. Let me spread out the defenders and then take my one-on-one in for a drive. That's a very different approach toward finishing. That's the approach that I'm personally used to in previous versions of 2K. Yes, guards hate to pass, but quit out once they're shut down. That's facts. We made a lot of guards quit this year. Don't trust the animations. They'll never be perfect. If you're in the paint with the big guy, that's his house. I say it again, that's his house. Everybody hates centers that camp in the paint. Everybody hates that. But that's why you come in with a team that spreads those centers out, that'll force some type of ISO or pick and roll situation. Yeah, like the first 3 failed attempts wasn't a clue for them. They butchered the game even further. I like the changes that they've done to the game, Alex Brown. But it was a lazy approach from 2K. So they adjusted interior contest sliders, but they didn't make sure the animations matched the contest level that they're getting, making a lot of finishers miss in the paint. And because finishing was so overpowered uh prior to the season 4 update, a ton of players made new builds so that they can increase their finishing attributes and dominate in the paint as well. The game we had in front of us said that finishing was overpowered. Season 1 through season 3. 2K decided to make a dramatic change to finishing and interior defense. And now finishers are stuck scratching their head because they had to sacrifice one particular attribute, whether that's a high 3 ball or something in your playmaking or even your defense, to get a tremendous amount of finishing because finishing was overpowered. 2K makes the adjustments to interior defense or interior contest. The sliders are increased. They didn't go in and match up the animations to the contest, so everything just looks off and goofy when someone's finishing in the paint. It's going to lead to a lot more people feeling frustrated. If they match the interior contest animations to the actual contest number, then the finisher would learn very quickly, I can't take that layup. But now it looks like they're open, driving for a layup. It looks like they're wide open and they're just missing the layup or they're missing the dunk. And it just looks off. Good attribute for mid-range. The mid-range game, I'll tell you, CJ, is somewhat dead on 2K23. It's not to say that you can't take the mid-range, but it's going to be very low on your list of priorities in regards to your offense. So maybe a 60, 65 if you like wanted to hit mid-ranges once every 10 games, something like that. Yeah, and I believe folks make middies, and it's easy to take a midi, but 2K23 is primarily made for the drive and the three-point shot. Considering interior defense, now maybe folks will start creating players to really dominate that mid-range games. It's not, you could take middies, and maybe even on like a 3v3, you have more opportunity to take middies. They stay driving on 2 or 3 in the paint. I just can't. In the Christmas news, lordy. So yeah, that's the point. They changed the game to keep consumers buying the same product. Yep. I see people so trash, they get themselves cold icebox. Yeah. I play with randoms all day. It sucks, but fun at the same time. And sometimes you bump into good players and run it up. Yeah, ain't nothing like, because I used to run what was it last year? The warehouse or something like that. I forgot what it was, a 3v3 joint. I used to run it and I had fun too. And then when you, like the homie said, when you find good players in that randoms joint, the 3v3 joint, it's like y'all end up running it up and going on win streaks. And it's dope. I ain't gonna front. It's dope meeting new people like that. Midi Magician is actually a good badge, Ayo Kimbro. It seems, at least from what I've noticed, is actually a good, not that you need it to hit shots, but if you start, like, say, taking your mid-range game to like a more shot creator type of perspective, dribble pull-ups, taking advantage of those dribble pull-ups, spin shots at the mid-range and using Midi Magician, you'll make good use of that badge. Yeah. When I'm playing small power forward, I always look for the extra pass if I'm not open for the shot or dunk. Smart IQ. Yeah, it's not a bad way to look at it. There's also a lot of y'all making point guard build, but consistently playing at the 3 or 4 spot and not letting the 1 run the offense. Well, oftentimes from what I've noticed is that the 1 is unable to run. How many of you guys are point guards that think you run a good offense? And I'm saying this from the perspective, hear me out before you answer. I'm saying this from the perspective, if you consider yourself a good point guard, after hearing me talk and knowing my expectation, we'll give you a shot. You can come on out and try to run point guards. We're always looking for good point guards. The standard only seems high because there's such low IQ out there. A lot of point guards haven't met the learning curve, but we've been fortunate enough to have a point guard who has met that learning curve and takes full advantage of what everybody else is lacking. So when it comes to standard and expectations, we've seen it already. We know what a good point guard looks like on 2K23. But what I'm saying is there aren't a lot of y'all out there. If you feel like you're good enough to run point guard, I'll personally give you a shot. You can come on out. We could do it on live stream. Y'all sound off or put the fire emojis in the chat if you would like to see us run like tryouts for point guards, and then y'all either trash him in the chat or commend him in the chat, give him props in the chat if he's doing well. But we're always looking for good point guards, and I'm saying this from a perspective of we've had a ton of people say. Now when we do tryouts for point guards, I say, hey, you sure you know how to run point guard, bro? You sure you got this? Yeah, bro, I got this. Hell yeah, I do this. Trash, like super low IQ, passing with no purpose, not setting up no plays. Point guard is not just coming down the court and passing to the person and expecting them to take over. Point guards run the offense, the leader on offense. I'm a PG that only pass. Well, PG can't only pass, not on 2K23. I look for players at the point guard position that could play better than me. Just yesterday, the day before yesterday, I had a game with 30 assists. So I could pass the rock, but I know that when we're playing against stiff competition, or tough competition, I know that I need to do more than pass. That's my limitation. I know my limitations. I know against competitive teams, I cannot be running the one. I could pull off a win, but it's not a good idea. I'm more of a liability at the one. But I can admit that. How many of you guys can admit that? And this is where, the separation comes in IQ. So if you go into the rec solo, never run with anyone in black, and the bronze is pushing it, only do silver. Oh, I must have missed that. Reading the spacing between your teammates is key to being a good PG. I don't get why people don't understand that. Say it again, Sauce. Those are good. People don't understand the difference between being a good passer and a willing passer. Running around with your icons up don't make you a good PG. Big facts. And I run around with my icons up oftentimes. Yeah, it's facts. And I tell you, I'm not your ideal point guard. Bigs, we're always looking for good players. Let's put it like this. We're always looking for good players. So, if you guys don't know, we have an exclusive. First of all, let me say our Discord community is close to 25,000 members within the community. And this community is created to help players find other players to run with. Simple, non-toxic, safe gaming environment for players from all walks of life. We're always looking for good players, so we created a separate exclusive chat of verified players that I personally could vouch for, or one of our other leaders in our Discord could vouch for as well. And they add them to that chat so that we create this group of verified players that have fairly decent IQ that we can get on in the rec center and play a game and dominate. If you guys want an opportunity, no matter what position you're in, if you want an opportunity to be a part of that exclusive chat and run with us sometime, just type !Discord. It's simple. Yeah. If you're tired of running with randoms, type !Discord. When I send out a message, I'll type up a message saying, hey, we need a center, or we need one for the rec center. Everybody receives a ping on their phone. So if you have Discord on your phone, you'll receive a ping. It'll say it's from me. Yo, City needs one. Just load up and come into the party chat. Don't send me no DMs saying, yo, I got this player. No. Come into the party chat that I'm actually in speaking. And then we'll exchange gamer tags and bam, we'll make it happen. Me personally like running with a PG. I'm dead serious, y'all. If you guys want to run point guard, holla at me. Go into our Discord right now. If you're ready to run point guard today, I got a class I need to go to at 6. So I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it today. Maybe I get back. Maybe I'll get on later. Maybe I will get on later at around 8 o'clock or something like that. Cause it'll stretch it thin if I try to do it right now. But yeah, if we don't do it today, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll go on live and see what y'all got. Pass faking, because we're always looking for good players in general. And a lot of times, you guys running with randoms, like I mentioned, you guys running with randoms you guys don't get the opportunity to see the full potential of your builds. When you run with a team that has chemistry or a team that has IQ, you get to see the full potential of your build. When you're open, that pass is going to go to you. And you're not running around wasting your energy like a chicken with his head cut off, wasting all your turbo. How many times I see that? How many times y'all see that? Where the dudes are just running and we're in a zone. And I'm looking at the dude running suicide drills in the half court. And I'm like, what are you doing, Brody? Your whole turbo's gone. Stop moving. Goofies. You're like, man, this boy is running laps. All in the half court, bro. Dudes be running hella routes. I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna dart here, and then I'm gonna dart here. I'm like, damn, slow down, Brody. Jesus Christ. Again, these are little indicators. And I put you guys on game. These are little indicators that you don't know what you're doing. Though you running around, running routes while you're in the half court is just an indicator that we won the game. Good teams immediately set up their offense. Good players immediately know how important spacing is in the offensive set. Facts, middies don't win game. Yeah, that's such a fact. The problem with randoms is they ball watch because nobody knows who can do what. Yeah, that is a problem. I ain't gonna front. That is a problem. Dude, I see that so much. A dude taking bad shots just for the heck of it. That's why when I make builds, I have to be able to create, pass, and play lock defense. My shot blocking wing is a fool in the bread because I'm underrated at the 2, 3, and 4. I play my role and trust my team. And it sucks when you're putting trust in players you don't know. And I don't like to. I feel y'all pain. If you even have like a decent IQ, if you consider yourself, I know a lot of you guys are hella egotistical. So you're like, I got the best IQ, even though you're butt cheeks, and you just won't ever know. Because you never get put into a set. It's like, imagine a street baller that's good at street ball now being put into college ball. There's a whole different level of discipline that you need to have, right? So you take these randoms and they constantly in motion. They're so used to being in motion because they don't know their teammates. It's so much a better experience when you play constructive ball. It's like such a better, you're saving energy, you're saving everything for the high level competition. Everything outside of high level competition looks like a joke. When you're in a locked up zone, it's so easy. It's such light work. While the offense is running around, you're there chilling, just waiting for passing lane steal. While these dudes are just in motion. It's so much better. It's less effort that you got to put in, and you get to know those weaker teams ASAP. You're like, all right, we got this game. First 10 seconds, yeah, this is an easy game. But when you play against competitors, it's like, all right, this is what we saved our energy for the competitors. Yeah, nobody has a mic until people start selling, and then everybody goes crazy, right? Bro's out here trying to be Devontae Adams with these routes. Facts. So as a PG, waiting for my squad to make a move, get open, off-ball screen, something. All right. And this is the problem. So Jay Thursday, hold on. I don't know if he's saying he is the PG, but I'll just read this. So as a PG, waiting for my squad to make a move, get open, off-ball screen, something just sucks. And that's the problem with most PGs, in my opinion, is that the PG is the leader of the offense. And I understand if you guys don't have mics on, it's different. But at least our expectation, for the most part, everybody's staying still until the PG calls a set. Yo, corner, take a backdoor cut. your hash cut is going to go to you in the corner. So the hash is going to cut in, force two defenders into the paint. The corner, you know, is wide open because these dudes have low defensive IQ. So when somebody sees somebody cutting, everybody collapses. Corner ends up wide open. But there's the expectation from the point guard is to communicate and coordinate and just run the offense. This is why we stay in our Discord party so that we're always in communication. And that helps us tremendously, especially on defense. When we start talking, you know we're in a competitive game when you hear us talking. Yo, I got this. Yo, I got this. Slide over here. All of this stuff. You know we're in a competitive game. If it's quiet, that's because we killing them. And it's just like, whatever. I learned a long time, but you learn so much. So if you're a player that feels like you're like right there and you just need the right team to run with to maximize the potential of your build, definitely come on out. Because playing structured ball is so much easier and so much different. You'll learn so much in regards to rotations, and it's just so much easier and way less frustrating. PG, nobody wants to step up and create their own shot. I got to put it on myself to do better and more aggressive. Yeah, you know, it's facts. You know, most builds outside of the PG are creating role player type of builds. So this is why I made my 6'9" build, so I can make something happen on the offensive end. I wanted to make sure I had limitless on gold. I wanted to make sure I had my dribble animations and badges up to par along with my passing accuracy. So I made a 6'9" build for that exact reason, Dion. So I could also create a shot as well. But for the most part, the point guard is going to force whatever needs to happen to the defense. So as a point guard coming down the court, how you play is going to determine how the defense moves. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So your move is going to determine whether that, if you call a hash cut, is going to, you want to call a hash cut to see what the corner player is going, the corner defender is going to do. Is he going to motion? Is he going to collapse? And then you seek out the weak link on defense. If there is no weak links on defense, then that's your time to shine. If there's no weak links on defense, if you can't see a weakness in their rotations or whatnot, then the point guard has to make something happen, whether that's a drive to force a double team or taking a 3-point shot to wake them up. You know what I mean to say? So yeah, the point guard is a great responsibility, man. It's a great responsibility, and you know, just like on the defense, the center, you know, is the anchor. So, you know, the point guard is responsible for conducting the offense, period. If you can't create your shot on 2K, you can't run PG because the defense never going to react to you, especially once they notice the point guard can't score. Say it again. Appreciate that, Obi. Yeah. One could say that all these patches force people to constantly relearn their build, which makes the whole community look bad. It does, ambidextrous. Yeah, it does. I'd rather play with defensive-minded squad. How long does it take you to max out a new build? Not long at all. Doesn't take me long. I maxed out plenty of builds. I think I got like 3 or 4 builds maxed. The offense I run is the LeBron Kobe build. Give me the ball and get the hell out of my way. 81 win percentage. Well, again, if you guys want to try out to run point, trust me. I'll say this. On NBA 2K23, since playing the game, we've come across maybe 5 at most decent point guards that we played against. On NBA 2K23, I feel like we have, in Tron, one of the best point guards on the game. And he's still learning, which is insane because there's a ton of animations that he hasn't even incorporated into the game. So everything he's doing and dominating is pure IQ. Pure. Because when he starts adding these dribble animations that he's working on right now, oh my God, he is going to be a problem. So as it stands right now, everything is pure IQ. So if you guys want to try out, please don't take what I'm saying for granted. We already know what a good point guard looks like. We know what it is. I think, in my opinion, he's one of the best on the game. But the homie likes to run different positions sometimes. He don't always want to run point guard. If you guys want to run point guard, we know it's a good point guard. So, come on out and do your best and try. But man, there's gonna be some big shoes to fill if you want to take on that role consistently. It's gonna be some big shoes to fill. Interior defense, because I got a 3 and D2 guard and I got a high vertical and block and a shooting guard. When I cross the half court is when my squad should be in their position, reading the defense, seeing who is slacking, seeing who's giving my shooters too much space. Say it again. I like the way Jay Thursday's thinking. Yeah. Maxing builds is very easy. VC is the issue. All City, what's your opinion on a 99 3-point build? Unnecessary is my opinion. That's definitely my opinion. Not to say that we can't use it. Like, we could put it to use, but unnecessary. Thresholds. There is a pass style that is underrated. You know what I hate? Everybody want to score, but nobody can really play defense. And so you run across our team on defense. We love defense. We love setting up that zone. There's nothing better than setting up a good zone defense, man. And defense just makes the transition to offense so much easier. So fun. So fun. I ain't even gonna front. It'd be fun. Sound off in the comment section. You prefer defense or offense? I like having both. My players, the most fun players, have both. But man, there's nothing like a good defense to turn you up. Especially on a comeback game, like you guys are coming back after losing, you're down in the score, and you use your defense to come back. You start turning up and locking things up. Looking to run. What should the 3 be maxed at? I think you look for limitless on gold. If you considering limitations on a point guard build, I don't know what the smaller guards are looking like. I would love to try. I would love one of you smaller guards to come out and try out. I would love to see you guys go crazy out there. So if you guys would like to try out, hit me up in Discord. Join the Discord and then send me a DM and say, I want to try out for point guard. And we'll line you guys up. Any advice for bigs? Positioning for sure. I gotta tell you, it's way more difficult to run big when you're running with randoms, because you don't know, you can't trust your teammate. For instance, a big steps out of 3 seconds on the left side. When the big steps out of 3 seconds on the left side, that means that that right hand corner needs to close off the baseline or make sure there's no cut into the paint, because the big is out of position to make a contest. Or if he does let go of the baseline, he needs to call it out and say back door so the big can make the adjustment ASAP. Everything is so much more difficult when you guys are out there running with randoms. When you get that communication locked in, oh my God, everything is so easy. It's so much easier when you guys, so I try to tell you guys, step out of introvert land. Just take a step out of it if you want to optimize your experience playing NBA 2K23. And, you guys feel that's why you guys are here. You feel my energy on stream. I'm the same exact way off stream while we're playing in our Discord. I don't got no ego like that. If you butt cheeks, I'll say, damn, bro, you butt cheeks. You got a lot of work to do. But I'll say it in the nicest way so you don't feel insulted. But and I'll tell you straight up, you're not ready to run with us. So there's no stressing or wondering on whether you're good enough. If you're not good enough, I'll tell you. And I ain't the best. So I'm just a player out here. But the way I see it, if you can't meet at the very least what I could do, and I don't consider myself the best, you might have some work to do before you can gain some chemistry with the rest of the squad. And then that's where you just go into the Discord and find some people at your level so you can start building, and then come holler at me again, and you come back in, and then you may get added to the exclusive chat that we have of verified players. But if you feel you're good enough already, come on out, man. We've met some great players over the last couple weeks, man. And they all in our Discord. And they cooking out there. I'm like, man, we had some goats in here. Yeah, so come on out, man. We'd love to have you. That's why I tell people I want to test or see what folks they on. I get mad too quick. I can't be on the mic. I got banned for a little bit because I snapped out on people. Well, we're all about respect. So, I feel you. You definitely snap on some of these other folks, but when you feel that communication happening, it's harder to snap. It's just more difficult to snap because our whole Discord is ran on respect. So probably 2K hold bad players' hands. Trust me, the game is way more fun when you have a squad. I rarely play with randoms. Facts, so wavy. Yeah, it's a different game. Well, homies, I am gonna wrap it up on that note. Again, if you guys want to come on out, I'd be happy to have you guys join our Discord. I'd be happy to have you guys try out today. I might get some runs in right now. I might get a couple runs in right now. So come into the Discord. I'll send out a message, see if we can get some new players into our exclusive verified chat. I'm wishing you guys all a safe and blessed rest of your day. If you want to come into the Discord just to say what up, kick it, vibe out, you're welcome to. I'll be in the party chat. You'll see my name there. You're welcome to come through, say what up or whatnot. And if you want to run, we'll exchange gamer tags and make it happen. So it's somewhat like I'm running with randoms, but we're just testing folks out to see where their IQ is, if they can make some adjustments to consistently run with the squad. You all have a safe and blessed one. I'll catch you guys either later on tonight or the next video or live stream. Y'all be easy.